Welcome back. Another edition of Talk Ball. Jack, Josh, and we're looking at Eastern Conference win totals. Now, last week we did Western Conference. Go look for that one if you're curious. It's on the channel. It's also available in podcast form as well. Last week, Josh got 4 of the 15 win totals correct, which is pretty damn good. We're going to see if he can do better this time, so we're going to jump right into it. All right, Josh. Before we get started, any overall overarching thoughts here on the Eastern Conference?
Yeah, I don't think I'm gonna do as well as last time. I think there's just so much chaos and disorder in the East. Just hard to gauge who's gonna be good. I think there's a couple teams that are gonna be good, but other than that, it'll be kind of hard to guess where the Bucks rank the teams, especially I would say in the mid pack. So I don't think I'll do as well. That's what I'm saying.
I think that's fair. I think there's two teams that I'm very confident are going to do really well. There's two teams I'm very confident are going to do really bad, and the other 11 it could go either way. So, like last time, we'll go in alphabetical order, and we're going to start with the Atlanta Hawks. They've had a good offseason, really good
Oh yeah.
offseason. Porzingis, Nikhil Alexander Walker, Luke Kennard. They draft Asen Newell. What do you think, Josh? Where do you think their line set at?
So I think you and I really like the moves they made, and I think they have a chance of having a really good season. The only thing is, I think some people are a little skeptical. I feel like year after year, a lot of people like them and tend to take their overs. So that being said, considering Jalen Johnson's going to be injured for a good portion of the season, I would probably put their line at 45 and a half, 46 and a half, but I'll say 45 and a half.
45 and a half. Final answer. Survey says, oh, so
Is it
close.
six?
Six. It's
Yeah.
46.
Okay. Okay.
46.
Man, I should
So,
have gone.
yeah, you're off by one. Off by one. Damn close there, Josh.
Yeah, if
Next.
you look at their last 2 years, they went from 36, 40. I think they're expecting a 4, 5, 6 win progression, which I think is pretty fair. Um, as I mentioned, the Jalen Johnson thing is the only scary thing of it all.
I got to pat myself on the back. I actually got this one right. I got this one right,
Nice, nice,
46 and a
nice.
half. And I started laughing when you started talking about Jalen Johnson because in my notes for them, I wrote, despite all the great moves in the offseason, this season hinges on one player, Jalen Johnson. And I was
Hmm.
looking at it because he's clearly their second best player. He may end up being their best player if he keeps on his trajectory.
Hmm.
But in his 4 years of being in the NBA, he's only played in 56% of his available games. So to your point, he's gonna miss 30 games. That makes it
And they're going
tough.
to take it easy with him when he comes back. And I think they're going to be in playoff contention. They have a ton of wings, ton of young wings. So if they are doing well and they are on pace, I don't think they're going to rush him back and they're going to take him easy with some conditioning. So
Yeah, I agree. All right, Josh, let's keep it moving. Next team. This one, good luck. I got it. The
oh
Boston
man.
Celtics, man. I mean, no Tatum. They got rid of Holiday, Porzingis. I mean, I guess he was on the team, but he didn't really contribute much. The bigger loss is clearly Luke Cornett, and then it looks like
Mhm.
Al Horford is going to sign with the Warriors. So, floor is yours.
Yeah, the question is, how low do you really want to go? I mean, not to be disrespectful of this successful organization. Last 4 years, 50 plus wins every season, largely due to Jason Tatum, though. Shot in the dark, 41 and a half. Put it there.
Just above 500.
Yeah.
43 and a half. 43 and a
Oh, okay.
half.
Yeah,
Close,
that's fair.
close.
That's
Good
a
one.
tough one. I mean, really could see it going either way. East is wide open. I know a lot of teams, and I know a lot of people talk about Joe Mazzulla being a coach who like wouldn't tank. I don't know if I agree with that. I mean, Popovich tanked 1 year to get Wemby, so I think it's really out of every coach's hand.
I
But
think
it does seem a little high.
I think they also tanked to get Tim Duncan as well.
Right, right, yeah.
I yeah, I had him at 45 and a half. So you were two
Oh
below, I
wow.
was two above. I just I think part of it is like the East. Part of it's the East. Like I just don't have a lot of confidence in a lot of these teams. And Derek White and Jalen Brown, like I wouldn't take them over the top two teams, maybe the top three, four, but they're in the conversation as like the fifth best duo in the conference. Just those two. Payne Pritchard's still there. I don't know. 45 and a half, I feel like is high the more I'm talking about this.
Yeah,
But yeah, I like your line more. I like your line more.
yeah, it's tough.
It is.
Big stay away.
Yeah, yeah, I agree. Big stay away on that one. All right. Next up, Josh, the Brooklyn Nets. They listen. They beat me last year. They went over last year. I do think this roster is worse, but at the same time, they still got Michael Porter Jr.
Hmm.
and as of right now, Nick Claxton, and they've got four rookies who can pass the ball, but can't.
Yeah,
None of them are
nothing
really great
else.
shooters.
Yeah.
Cam Thomas might be on the team.
Over under Cam Thomas field goal attempts. I'm gonna set it at 20 and a half.
Mm,
That's blind. I didn't even look at his stats.
I would say I'd take the under. I'll take the under.
That's fair.
But I don't know. That's tough. That's a good line. It's a good line. I think if it was a 19 and a half, I might go over.
He attempted 18.2 last year. I don't know.
It's
I
gonna
don't
go
know.
up. It's gonna
I
go
don't
up.
know. I don't know. Okay, fair, fair, fair. Yeah.
All right, all right. What do you think? What do you think their line's at?
Oh, tough. How low do you want to go again? I think 19 and a half is going to be my guess. I can see it being lower though.
Side note, I think they were at that last year. So,
Yeah, that's why I kind of discussed there again.
and so it says 20 and a half.
Man, damn.
You've been close today, but no cigar yet. No cigar yet, Josh.
I think I gotta account for the Wild East, where I just gotta give one extra win up.
Yeah, you've been short one on these
I've been
so
short.
far.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
Uh, Man, the thing is, Jordy Fernandez, I think he's proven himself in 1 year to be a solid NBA coach. But I mean, good luck. Good luck to him. I think you know how you said people don't think Missoula would tank. I don't think Jordy Fernandez has a choice. They
No, no.
they they've got that's a tough roster. That's a tough roster.
Question is, when does Claxton get traded? Because
I
I
know.
don't think he'll be there at the end of the season.
I agree. I agree. It's Drew Timmy time and Danny Wolf.
Oh God, it gets worse and worse.
Yeah, I just keep waiting for the Nick Claxton to the Lakers trade. I just feel like it's inevitable. I think it's the best
Yeah,
destination.
fair.
I don't know how the salaries
With
would work.
Aiton?
Well, I would prefer him over Aiton, to be fair.
Yeah, that's true.
But I think that it'd have to be some combination, at least starting with like Vincent and Vanderbilt to make the math work. But I don't know. I'm not looking at that right now. All right. All right, Josh. We're moving along here. We're three in. We're three in. I feel like you're gonna get a win coming up here. We've got another team, another tough team to predict. Quite frankly, the Charlotte Hornets, who I do think have had a good
Oh, you
offseason.
skipped Chicago.
No, they're next. They're next.
Oh, okay, okay.
Yeah, yeah. Alphabetical.
Oh,
Uh,
okay.
in by the city name. In clear.
Gotcha.
Yeah, yeah. Charlotte Hornets, they got Colin Sexton for free, basically, which was a weird. No, they got him with a pick, if I remember correctly.
Right, yeah. Hmm.
I still don't understand how they did that.
They have no
Who else?
centers.
Well, yeah. Well, that's
Nick
what I thought.
Richards. Or no, none. What's
No,
his name?
no.
Not Nick.
Uh, mm, Diabate, who
Diabate, yeah, yeah.
he actually has decent plus
He's a big
minus.
rebounder.
Big rebounder, yeah. And listen, on
That's about
that
it.
team, well, On that team, like, I don't think there's going to be many shots left, anyways. After
Yeah, for sure.
LaMelo, Brandon Miller, Miles Bridges, there's not a lot of shots left, so I think it's a good role for him to fill. Con Knipple, I think, is going to give him good minutes. We'll see about the other rookies, Sion James, Liam McNeely, Ryan Kalkbrenner. I think it's a better team, but also a lot comes down to how many games does LaMelo Ball play. So, what do you think, Josh? What are your thoughts here?
Oh, I think they're definitely going to be a little bit better, especially with how many games are available in the East. I don't want to go too high, but I'm going to guess 29 and a half.
Mm-hmm. 25 and a half.
Oh,
25 and a
wow.
half. So,
I mean, I'm looking at the 2022-23 season. They won 27 games. I know their last 2 years haven't been good, 21, 19 games since, but I mean, I think they have decent pieces. They've had their last 2 years, there have been a lot of players, major players in and out, especially, Miles Bridges situation, LaMelo, we've talked about. So I think it's a little low, honestly. And I think they could still place in the bottom half of the league by winning below sub 30 games. And yeah, I don't know.
side note, I forgot to say my win total for the Nets last time, and I was one above. I had them at
Oh, okay.
21 and a half.
Mm.
So we had a nice little sandwich there. And then on this one, funny enough, we both had 29 and a half. So I think this is when we should look to play the over.
I agree.
Um, because I think I just think they're better, and if they can get some of these guys to play just more games, like they could win 30 games in the East. Maybe not quite a play-in team, but just a better team. And I think the Nets are going to lose a few more games. The Celtics are going to lose a few more games. We'll talk about a couple more teams that I think are probably going to go that direction as well. So, yeah, I think this is a good over opportunity here.
I think 30 wins in next year's league could definitely get you bottom six pick odds for the pick, and that's pretty good.
Yeah, or maybe they have the Mavs. Maybe they go from eighth worst odds, instead of like what were the Mavs, 11th or 12th from
Yeah,
eighth to first. That could happen. That could certainly
yeah.
happen. All right. Still searching for that first W. The pressure's
I don't know
on,
if I'll get
Josh.
it. I don't know if I'll get it.
Yeah, this one to your point. We talked about this off the pod. The Eastern Conference is certainly a lot more difficult.
Yeah.
So, all right, the Chicago Bulls, as you said. I don't even
So
know.
if
I don't
any,
even know where to go. I don't even know where to go with this.
well, last 3 years, 40 wins, 39, 39 most recently, very consistently in the play-in, as the joke has always been. I mean, I feel like you just gotta stick it around there. I want to go 37 and a half, but based off my mistakes in the past, I'm gonna go for another 30 game win season, 38 and a half. Put the line there.
Whoa.
I'm over, aren't
Way over. The most over I think you've been.
I?
32 and a half.
Wow.
32 and a half. And I had him. I was over as well. I was over as well. I had it 36 and a half. But the more
Okay.
when I was like talking about it to you and thinking about it, I mentally I got closer to this 32 and a half. And for me, while I mean, as you said, they've been a model of consistency. The 10 seed in the East, 39 wins, 40 wins or so past 3 years. But the thing is, looking at the roster heading into this season, I don't. They haven't gotten better at all. Like, I can't. Noah Senga is a nice draft pick. Maybe Matas Buzelis gets a little bit better, but those guys are really young. And I just feel like some other teams have gotten better, and they've basically stayed the same.
Yeah,
So, I don't know.
And we're probably expecting Vucevic to get traded, although we say that I feel like for the last 4 years or however long he's been on the Bulls, it's
Yeah.
probably their best trade asset.
Is he an asset though?
Yeah, that's a great question. Probably not.
Yeah. I think he's on an expiring deal, which helps. But yeah, knowing the Bulls, they'll probably give up a pick to trade him or something,
Oh
or
yeah.
just something that just doesn't really make sense. You know,
Yeah.
just if you're an
And then they'll
NBA
make the play
team,
in. And then they'll make the play in.
yeah, somehow they'll be the 10 seed. If you're an NBA team right now and you need a team to trade with, I'm looking at the Bulls and I'm looking at the Pelicans. Those are the teams I'm like, if I make a trade with you, I'm feeling good. I'm sleeping good at night. I won the trade, no matter what it is.
Yep. And if Boston calls, hang up the phone.
Yeah, yeah. Boston calls. Yeah,
Don't
just
answer.
don't pick up. I don't know. Danny Ainge transferred over his powers to Brad Stevens.
Yeah.
And it
Yeah.
doesn't seem like his sons started running the Jazz this offseason. They've made some weird moves where I don't quite understand. He doesn't seem to have inherited that trait.
Nope.
All right, all right. Let's keep going. All right, Josh. We are now one, two, three, four, five teams in. I got a good feeling about this one. Cleveland, this is for you.
Oh, I think, they mostly kept their team intact. I was a little questionable about the Lonzo Ball signing, especially after they Ty Jerome left and Isaac Okoro. I know they didn't really have much options given their cap situation. They
Well,
won 64 games last year, huh?
they traded Okoro for Lonzo.
Right, right, right. Um,
Yeah,
they
64.
64 wins. Man, I want to say 59 and a half, but again, with the East, I'll go 60 and a half.
All right, all right. Survey says, whoa, 55 and a half. Vegas is
Wow.
not buying the Cavs from last year.
Wow. Wow.
All right, all
Wow.
right.
I
I
wonder
was
why. That's a lot,
so
especially in this East.
I think there's two factors. And I was initially today I was at I think 56 and a half, and then I bumped it
Oh,
up.
you were
I got
close.
I bumped it up though to 58 and a half. So I wasn't as close. But I think there's two reasons. Garland, he had his surgery on June 9th, I believe, and they said the timetable was 4 to 5 months.
Hmm.
So that would get him, if it's 4 months, he'll be back in October, just in time for the season. But if it's 5 months, he's going to miss the start of the season. My guess he's gonna miss sometime in the beginning of the year. And losing Ty Jerome, I think hurts in the regular season. I think Lonzo, if he's healthy, will help more in the playoffs because he's a bigger player, a better defender than Jerome. But it doesn't help their win total. Doesn't help the win
No,
total.
guess not.
But the reason I ended up going up a couple wins on them, I think they're a motivated team. Despite them winning 64 games, I think the way the season ended for them, they're coming in a little bit. They're coming in hungrier than a team that won 64 games would typically be. And I know, that's I'm kind of picking at something that's you can't really measure, but I do think it's a factor heading into the season for the Cavs.
Yeah, that's a good point. It's their point guard situation is definitely a little troubling. Um, I guess I can see that drop in wins, but it's just tough because in the East, I mean, there's going to be a lot of wins up for the table. So
I
surprising.
I think it's too low. I think it's too low.
I would take that over. I feel like it's interesting because based off so far, they seem to be giving the middle of the pack more wins in the East and maybe the top less wins. I guess we'll see um, with a couple other teams. But
Yep.
yeah, that's interesting.
Yeah, I don't know. I buy them as a regular season team. I'm still very skeptical on
Yeah,
them in the playoffs, but they remind me so much of those old Hawks teams. Like I just feel like they've got a good
yeah,
system, they've got a really good coach, and they've got Donovan Mitchell and Evan Mobley, two top
I agree.
20 players. That seem fair? 25?
Around there, yeah,
All right, fair enough. Fair enough.
that's fair. I think that's fair.
All right, all right. Still
We'll
searching for
take
that
that
first
over.
win. Yeah, yeah. So we
Yeah,
got Cavs and Hornets so far that we like. We gotta remember this, Josh. Otherwise, I'm gonna forget to bet
yeah,
them.
yeah.
All right. Next up, the Detroit Pistons.
Yeah, so 44 wins last season. I think you and I both really like this team. We both really like Cade. Looks like I think Jaden Ivey is going to be ready from the beginning of the season, and I think that'll help a lot. Honestly, I want to guess 49 and a half. Kind of high, but I feel good about them. I guess oh wait, I forgot about Malik Beasley.
I
Put
was gonna
me
say.
48 and a half. I'll do 48 and a half.
Okay, okay. All right, 48 and a half. Survey says 45 and a half. 45 and
Wow,
a half.
really? They won 44 games last year. I mean, the Malik Beasley thing is it definitely hurts them. Can't take that away.
Yeah.
He had one of the best shooting years, honestly, since like Klay Thompson, other than like Steph Curry. But
And,
wow.
and Ant had a great 3-point shooting season last year.
Right, right. He did too,
But
yeah.
we put those guys different for like, regular players,
Hmm. Yeah.
role players, if you
Role
will.
players, yeah.
Yeah, man, Malik Beasley getting into that betting scandal really like I think Duncan Robinson can give them 80%. Does that seem fair? 80%?
Eh, 70, 60.
Okay. All right. All right. All right.
I
Well,
think
we'll
Duncan
see.
Robinson is more of a Tim Hardaway Jr. replacement who left.
Ooh. Well, the amount of money they gave him Malik Beasley money, so
Yeah.
that's not good. That's not a good sign.
No, no, it's
This
not good.
is really dependent on two guys, I think. Oh, three guys. Three guys. It's not Cade, obviously. Jaden Ivey, Asar Thompson, and Jalen Duren. How much better can they get?
Yeah.
The thing,
I mean, I'm looking at Ivy's stats. In 30 games, he shot 40% from three on five attempts. I mean, he's not Malik Beasley, but I mean, he plays 60, 70 plus games. I feel like he had a great season last year. I feel like he could be the guy who's like 80% replacement on the scoring, not the threes, but scoring wise. I don't know. I'm kind of confused. Seems kind of low.
yeah, the thing for me that was surprising with Ivy, because I'm with you. Um, and you got to take these stats with a grain of salt. Like I looked at his numbers, I was like, he had a really good year. He's coming back. That's gonna make up for. I didn't think they were gonna bring back Beasley, Hardaway, and Schroeder. Anyways, I thought they'd bring back two of the three. They end up
Yeah.
bringing back none of them.
No.
But I thought Ivy could make up for what they would lose with one of them. But when I was digging into his stats, and again, take this with a grain of salt, his on-off splits they were 7.5 points worse when he was on the court. They were -4 per 100 possessions with him on the court, and they were almost +4 without him. So and those stats are there's definitely a lot of noise there, but I'm gonna bring that up again a little bit later with another team. I just wonder because his numbers are really good and he's efficient. So it's just something doesn't quite add up to me there. But I just wonder how much of that noise is real with his ability to impact winning for them next year. But I think it's a good line. I think it's a good line. because they made
Fair.
such a big leap. I think that's part of it. They made such a big leap from last year or 2 years ago to where they were last year that you kind of maybe there's a little bit of a plateau before they make another move. I
Yeah.
don't know. By the way, for transparency's sake, I had them at 43 and a half.
Oh, you were close.
I was close. I was close. All right. Who's next? Good luck, Josh. The Indiana Pacers. I mean, talk about. I mean, obviously, Miles Turner's gone, and Halliburton is out for the year. So, good luck, Josh. Figure this one out. Go ahead.
Yeah, it's really tough because they have good players with Siakam, Nemhard, TJ McConnell off the bench, and Obi Toppin and Mathurin. I mean, we'll see what we actually get out of Mathurin.
Oh,
Uh,
oh, Johnny Furphy. You saw that? You're a good summer
yeah,
league.
yeah.
You're a good summer league.
Nasty posters, nasty posters.
Yes, sir.
Um, I'm gonna have to guess 37 and a half, but I feel like
Ooh,
that's too low.
I think you're right. Let's see. Survey says, wow,
Did I get one?
man,
No?
one up by one.
What was
38
it?
and a half. 38 and a half.
See, I should have done the East plus one. Now they want to give me the plus one. Oh my God. Ah, I was thinking about doing 38 and a half. Okay.
Man, that was close. That's three. I think you've been one, and they've all been one below. They've all been one below. I
Yeah,
was
yeah.
I was way off on this one, by the way. This is the farthest off I've been. I had him at 44 and a half.
Okay.
I
Yeah.
still I still could see them being, play in, play off, team with the guys you talked about. But I mean, you're much closer, so you talk about it because clearly I was wrong.
I think you just really need a lot from whoever is going to play at center, whoever it actually ends up being. And then point guard play, I think the big issue is people really expected Nemhard to have a great season last year after that really impressive playoff performance against the Knicks and the Celtics, I think. But we didn't really see that. I mean, you and I, we've gone over his like numbers
Mm-hmm.
and they're eerily similar. So I think it's a lot to expect him to take on that role. I mean, I think they have enough to with him and TJ McConnell to stay afloat, but I just think they're missing a lot of shooting, honestly, because Tyrese was shooting a lot of threes. I mean, can Neesmith keep up his production? I don't know if he really can. So
How
it's
much
tough.
how much do you think like Matherin helps there? If he gets like Matherin and Nemhard, I think are the two guys who are gonna get expanded roles, and then at center, like Isaiah Jackson's back. I think that's gonna help. He missed all of last year, and
Yeah.
then they brought in Jay Huff, who plays a similar style of play to Miles Turner, but not as good really at either the shooting or the rim protecting. But you can get a similar style going. Like, what do you think about those guys kind of making up for some of the losses?
I just think that Miles Turner, even though he didn't shoot great in the playoffs, I think he was a little exposed, especially in the OKC season. I think he's people treat him as like a floor spacing threat. So I think they're missing that. And then Tyrese's ability to push the ball forward and his ability to create his own shot from three. I think it's just they're missing too much of that. And I don't think Benedict Mathurin is going to help with that. He's more of a athletic slasher. So, and I don't think he's really known for his defense either. So
Nope.
not one of those guys who will increase your win totals by a lot. He'll get his stats for sure. I don't doubt that.
He could be one to watch for when we look at season bets. He could have a. Although having now thinking about that, he's probably not gonna have a line. But if he
I think
does,
it'll be kind of high. I think it'll be like 20 and a half, honestly.
that's all right. That's too much. That's too much for
Okay,
me.
maybe 18, 19. I think it'll be high.
Nemhard though, I do think could have a good year.
We'll see. I'm hesitant. You, you sure? You're scarred because he torched you guys.
It wasn't really him. It wasn't really him. It was more Siakam, in fairness. It was more
Yeah.
Siakam and Halliburton like every other game, but it was Siakam like, yeah. The guy who actually has me scarred is McConnell. And I think there's a lot of people like that, to be honest, because you just watch him and it's like, there's nothing anybody could do. And the weirdest part for me as a Knicks fan was I think the guy who guarded TJ McConnell the best was like Landry Shamet. And
Mm.
that's how you know it was bad because Landry Shamet barely played. All right. Maybe Mikal Bridges did all right, but let's move on.
Yeah.
All right, Josh. I feel it. I feel a W coming. I feel a W
Oh
coming.
man, got pressure.
The Miami Heat. And before you go, just like last time, there was one team I didn't give a win total for. This is that team for me. I couldn't.
Okay.
I have no idea. So good luck.
Yeah, I mean they won 37 last year. Didn't make too many moves, honestly. Mostly the same team. Norman Powell, obviously, we talked
Oh yeah.
about and
Oh
how we
yeah.
think they're going to be a great regular season addition offensively. I'm gonna guess 41 and a half.
Hmm.
Feel like it might be high, but
Slightly high. Slightly high. 38 and a half.
wow. They won 37 last year. That seems a little low.
I just like, yeah, because I guess the East is weaker than last year for sure. But are
Yeah.
they better? Well, I feel like they're better in the sense that Jimmy's gone, and I feel like that was a tough situation for the team last year.
Yeah. Right.
Um, what I don't know is like they've got this group of wings, younger wings that I'm not really sure how good any of them are. Like Jaime Jaquez, Nikola
Yeah.
Jovic, like do are they ready? You know, to really make an impact. I personally, he didn't play much last year as a rookie, or both of these guys actually didn't. But both are from Arizona. Pella Larson and Keyshawn Johnson, I think, are guys can help them win. But I also don't expect them to play a lot of minutes for them. And then the biggest question for them is like Kalel Ware, who's had a interesting summer league, and the most interesting part was Eric Spoelstra's comments on him, where he was basically saying like, "This guy's got to be more professional, and we
Sure.
expect more out of him." Which,
Yeah, very good.
yeah, not a good sign. Not a good sign, honestly. Especially
Yeah, they
if
were experimenting with him and Bam playing together, but that didn't really work out.
yeah, I do. You know, they got another big who's a two-way guy in Vlad Golden, who's legit 7 foot center. So maybe they will try to get some minutes with Bam. But going back to Ware, it is concerning that that's the comments that Spoelstra's making after his rookie season because he transferred from Oregon to Indiana, and there were similar concerns when he left Oregon. It was his work ethic, his motor, and you wonder though at the same time, like, is this Spolstra saying like, dude, we think you could be like the best player on this team. We need more from you. And I don't know. I don't know. That's a lot. Also in his second year, but it is concerning for him to go to the media to say that because that to me is knowing how the Heat are run. That says to me they've tried saying this to him and it's not getting through. So they're trying it publicly. Is my guess.
Yeah. See if it gets him going.
Yeah, yeah, we'll see. We'll see. All right, Josh. Doesn't get any easier for you. We'll see if we can get you going here. The Milwaukee Bucks.
Okay. I mean, this is literally Giannis and them. That's all it is. Tough, tough guess. I want to guess 44 and a half
Ooh,
out of respect for Giannis.
42 and a half.
Oh man. Yeah. That's a better line. I'm not gonna lie. I mean, if he's traded or if he's injured, they're not winning.
No. I
No,
mean,
nothing much.
I was one above you at 45 and a half. Here's my question to you. I don't know what the updated 2K rosters are, but obviously Giannis is like a 98, whatever, 97, something like that. My question to you is there anybody else in this roster who you think has an 80 rating?
I think maybe Bobby Portis because I think he was probably around the 80, but it's got to be like high 70s or low 80s. It's not by much. It's not by
That,
much.
that's my thought as well. Bobby Portis was the only guy who I thought might be there, and I was like, I think at this point he's like a 79. I think he's a 79.
Yeah,
They got a lot of guys who are like 77, 78, 79, maybe, but
maybe
there's
lower.
maybe lower. Yeah, they've got 75, 76s who are going to be playing like big minutes.
I don't even want to
It's
know what Giannis's stats are opening at. They're going to be disgustingly high. They're going to be so high.
he's going to be at 30, easily 30 points
Yeah, for sure. Easily.
and 12 rebounds and six
Yeah.
assists.
I think higher. I honestly think higher. I think it's gonna be like seven, maybe
Do
seven and
you
a half. I think it's gonna be ridiculous.
do you think this roster is better or worse than some of those Cavs rosters on LeBron's first time with the
I
Cavs?
think worse. I mean,
Wow.
Ilgauskas and Mo Williams were probably better
Yeah,
than
that's true. That's true.
most people, but I feel like Giannis was better than young LeBron, like young LeBron.
Yeah, 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 yeah.
So, I don't know.
All right, that's fair. Good point. Would you rather? Would you rather be the Bucks right now, or let me think about this. Who are the teams we've gone through? Teams we've gone through so far. Oh, yeah. Actually, this is a fair question. Would you rather be the Bucks right now or the Heat?
Uh, I gotta remember the pick situation, but I'm leaning Heat. Well, they have, yeah, yeah. I think I'm leaning Heat. I mean, I don't think the Bucks have their own picks for next couple years.
They also have like no money.
Oh my God, we totally forgot about Miles Turner. He's definitely their
Oh,
second best player.
he's 80. He's an 80. We
He's
forgot
80, yeah,
about
he's
that. We
80. He's like
forgot about
80,
that.
84, maybe
All right,
83.
good catch. Good catch. We got blasted in the comments on this one.
Yeah, yeah. That's I totally forgot.
Yeah, I totally forgot about that too. This is the same as last time when we did the Clippers and forgot that Bradley Beal is probably going to be a Clipper. But you caught it in real time, so kudos to you.
To be fair, it wasn't confirmed at the time, so that's not our
True,
fault.
true, true. But this one was, and good catch, good catch. Miles Turner does help. I think if Giannis is healthy and Miles Turner's healthy, they'll win 45 games. But I wouldn't bet it because it's going to be close.
Yeah, I think the line's low, honestly, but
Yeah,
you're really hoping for at least 75 games from Giannis. Like you need almost every game.
yeah. And I think if they play Kuzma less and like they play because I liked what they were getting from Gary Trent and AJ Green and Kevin
Yeah.
Porter Jr. to a lesser extent. Like you know, in the regular season they could be all right.
Yeah, I agree.
All right, all right, Josh. Next up, New York Knicks.
Oh, okay. So this is the tough one because my question is, are they the one seed in the East? Because what was Cavs, 54 and a half, right? Or
I
55 and
think
a half?
I'll scroll back up while you're talking. I think it's 55.
Yeah, because it's these are one and two, in my opinion, and I was surprised by how low the Cavs line was. So I want to put it just around there, but it's a question of whether I want to put it higher or lower. And what was it?
55 Cavs.
56 and a half. Next to one seed.
Sent it. He sent it. Ooh. 53 and a half. You had the right
Wow.
mindset. Right mindset on that one. And
51 last year. And they added depth. That's, I mean, they were relatively healthy, minus Mitchell Robinson,
yeah,
right? That's
that's the
the
thing.
argument.
That's the thing. Yeah.
But they
True.
had literally no one off the bench. Literally no one.
And as we kind of came to find out, not having Mitchell Robinson was a really big deal for that team.
Yeah.
He made their defense like probably put them up 10 spots in terms of their rank in the league just by having him available for 20 25
Mm.
minutes. So having him around, he's not going to play the whole year. He's going to get hurt. Honestly, if I were the Knicks, I would do the same thing as last year. Just put him in bubble wrap, get
Yeah.
him, start playing him after the All Star break because
Yeah.
their regular season record is meaningless. I'm with you. I had him at 55 and a half. I thought this would be a little bit higher. Yeah, they were really healthy last year, and that could swing the other way. But they also had a new medical staff or training staff that was with the Mavs prior, has an excellent track record. And to your point, they're a little bit deeper. The two guys they brought in, their younger guys are a year older, so they might be more able to play. They've got a new coach who may or may not help in the regular season. It's a different coach. I don't know if he's better, but a different coach. So I think it's slightly low, but I wouldn't be aggressively playing this over.
Yeah, any time off from Jalen Brunson and it's over. So
Yeah.
that's just what it
Yes.
is.
Yes.
Who's your backup point guard? Shaman?
No, no, no. I guess.
Oh, McBride?
Yeah, McBride nominally will play it.
Yeah.
Uh, but if he's starting at the point, they do have a playmaking problem.
Yeah.
If Josh Hart isn't
Yeah.
also starting,
Right. Okay. Yeah.
that's the thing. Because Josh Hart he's beneficial in that. But I think the plan is going into this year to start Robinson with Towns.
Right. Right.
So also Jordan Clarkson.
I
Jordan
mean,
Clarkson's a solid passer. I'm not saying I would,
yeah, for sure.
it's not the best world if he's your starting point guard, but in the world where Brunson's missing 15 games, that he's passable. He's passable.
I mean, Jalen Brunson played 65 last year games, and that's the lowest in the last 5 years. So I don't understand this line. I'm going to be honest. I think it's low. Even if Jalen Brunson misses 65 games with the added depth, it just in this East, it just seems too low. I'm going to be honest.
I
That might
I'm
be an
with you.
over for me.
Yeah, I think I might play the over, but like low. And the other thing I'm
Yeah.
thinking about as we're talking about this, I think I think they could be better than last year. Also, with the fact that they they brought in Bridges for last year's team, and they had a couple of months to work with him. But when they did the Towns trade, similar to the Timberwolves, who got off to a really slow start, both those teams they did it like a week or 10 days before the season started. They didn't have any time
Mm.
to really like practice or get used to each other. But the Knicks also the counter argument to that is the Knicks played their best basketball in 2024, but when the calendar turned to 2025, they were like a league average team.
Right,
So
right.
I don't know, but I hear your arguments. I hear them.
Yeah.
Like this video, subscribe to the channel, drop your thoughts in the comments. Should have done that like 30 minutes ago. All right, all right. Who's next? Who's next? Rolling along. We're gonna see if Josh can get his first win. Let's go.
Please, 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 please.
All right. We've got how many teams left? One, two.
Four
Oh boy,
teams.
three
I just got to go
teams.
4 for 4.
Yeah, yeah. I don't even know if we have that many, Josh. I think we may have three. Oh no, four. You're right.
Orlando,
You're right.
Philly. Yeah.
Yeah, yeah. My bad. My bad. All right, Orlando. You're right. What do you think? What do you think? They got Bane. That's a big deal. Suggs should be healthy. They brought back Mo Wagner.
Yeah. Um, so they won 41 games last year. I think you and I both agree that they're going to be a lot better next year, especially with Desmond Bain. And I think Paulo missed a decent amount of time, honestly.
And
Obviously,
Franz missed some games too.
right, right. So the thing is, though, I don't want to jump too high. I'm just scared of going too high. So I'm gonna guess 49 and a half, but I'm afraid I'm under.
Uh,
Was I under?
pain, pain.
50 and a half?
Yes, yes. That's number
Oh my
four.
God.
That's number four today.
I was eyeing between putting their win total with New York last year or Indiana. I should just gone with 10 wins. Damn.
It's you wanna know what's weird, Josh? Last year, I think I was higher on the Magic than this year, even though I think this year their team's clearly better.
Yeah.
And I wonder if part of that's just because like everyone is really high on them coming into the season. Um, I had them at 47 and a half, so I was a couple below you even.
Mm.
I,
I mean, 10 wins, it's a lot. You, it's a lot.
it is a
You don't
lot.
really see that jump year to year, even with like huge changes.
Huge
But
changes, worse conference than last year, and they theoretically should be healthier.
yeah,
So,
I get
well,
it. But it's a lot.
here's something else. I was talking about this earlier when we were talking about Ivy. The plus minus stat. I do think there's noise, but but I do think when you look at multiple years, you can probably take away some of that noise, right? Here's something interesting because I've heard a lot of people talk about Paolo, like stats people, analytics guys, and they don't value him very high. And this
Mm.
was the first time I kind of realized what they were talking about. His plus minus in his 3 years in the NBA is like even or slightly negative when he's on the court.
Wow.
And what's very interesting is when you compare that to Franz Wagner and the 3 years he's played while Paolo's been in the NBA. Franz has been between like plus 6 to as high as plus 12.
Wow.
I don't know what to make of that other than Franz might be the better player, even though
Wow.
Paolo's the better scorer, right? I think both those things can be true. But if that trend continues, and they just gave him a huge contract extension. I just that played a little bit in my evaluation of having them at 47 and a half versus like maybe closer to 50 as you had them. It was surprising. It was surprising to me to see that for sure. Because when you watch the games, it seems like he's got like no one else could score, so it feels like he's got a big impact on winning. But it doesn't. The stats don't bear out the same as Franz, was interesting to me.
Well, who do you think is the better defender?
Oh, Franz, that's easy.
Yeah. I wonder if that may have a play into it, especially when one is injured.
Yeah,
And I mean, interior defense, who did they have? Jonathan Isaac? Like that's the 20 minutes Jonathan Isaac plays, like I think that might
there's something to do with
have to
it.
say.
Yeah,
Yeah.
that's true. I mean, Wendell Carter, he's more of a rebound guy. Batadze, huh? Right?
Maybe.
Yeah, he's not going to really strike fear into people. He's solid. I think he's solid. I don't think he's bad. Mo Wagner is certainly not. Yeah, that's part of it. Hmm. All right, who's next? Who's next, Josh?
All right, I gotta get one. I gotta get one.
Got three more to go.
I don't
Pick
think
your
it's
one.
this team. I don't think it's this team.
Josh,
Oh
this
man.
team, this team, these Sixers. Honestly, if you're within five, I'll be impressed because this could go so many different ways.
I think the Bucks are gonna be higher given the potential. So I'm gonna guess 45 and a half.
You were within 5.
Is it higher?
It's lower.
Wow.
41.5. The books are not buying.
That's fair.
Or
Can't
maybe
blame them.
they're at least cautious, right? Especially with the news like Paul George and Embiid are still not going to be healthy to start the year.
Right, I forgot. Yeah, I forgot about that. Yeah.
Man, I just what's
I mean, with
weird
the
is
recent Embiid article about
yeah.
them, like especially with like them rushing him back, are we even going to see Embiid before like midseason? They're definitely not going to rush him back. Everyone has kind of changed their view, or at least slightly shifted their view on Embiid with that article. It's been mostly positive for him, not for Philadelphia.
I didn't read the article. I saw everyone say all these really nice positive things about Embiid, and I just kept thinking of I remember what he did in that playoff series versus the Knicks. That
Yeah,
man, I was like, I understand he had a lot going
on
on.
the court, on the
Yeah,
court
on
versus
the
off the
court.
court.
On the court, it's other than when he played for Team USA, I will never root for him on the court with some of the the dirty stuff he did. To just say what it is, but off the court, you can certainly root for him as a person. You know,
Yeah, that's fair.
we can separate those two. But yeah, I mean, man, when and if is he gonna play? I think Paul George should be better if he plays.
Hard not to be.
Right. Good point. They do have strangely a nice young guard nucleus.
Yeah.
Man, I good luck. I'm not betting this one. I'm not betting this one. I'll say that right now.
Yeah, what Kelly Oubre starting at power forward, who's starting at center, Paul Reed probably. I don't know who they were starting last year.
Oh no. Paul Reed's been in Detroit for a couple years.
Oh, right.
They
Yeah,
had
yeah.
Drummond.
Oh,
He's
right.
he's still there. They drafted Janai Broom, one of the best players in college basketball last year.
Drummond will probably start for the beginning of the season.
Yeah. Oh,
So,
they actually lost their better backup big Yabusele to the Knicks.
yeah, yeah. Yeah.
Uh, right.
Yeah, I think it's too high. It's too high.
Good luck, Sixers fans. Just a year ago, you guys thought you were a title contender, and now it's can you make the playoffs? Crazy how fast the turntables. All right, Josh. We got two more. No pressure, but also lots of pressure here. Toronto Raptors.
Oh man, this team, I feel like everyone's split. A lot of people say they're the best bad team, which I can see.
I can see
Really
that.
expensive roster,
Oh yeah.
not a lot of three-point shooting. That being said, unfortunately, I think I'm on the higher side. I think they have quality in their starting five. Whether or not they actually fit together is the big question. And what we're going to see out of Scotty Barnes, you know, who's to say? I think I'm going to go 36.5. I was going to do 35.5, but I don't want to be one under again.
So you said 36.5?
36.5, yeah. I was under
That's fine.
37.5?
Yeah. That's unbelievable,
Wow.
honestly. That's so we've gone through 14 of the 15 teams, and on 5 of them, you've been one under.
Yeah. And that happened. I was at one under on a couple in the West, I think, or one off as well.
Yeah, you're one off on a couple as well. I mean, that's impressive in and of itself, you know? But,
So it's
yeah.
37.5, you said? What was it?
Yeah, 37.5.
That's interesting. I mean, they won 30 games last year. I know there are arguments about their starting players not playing a lot of the games, but that's a decent amount of wins. And from Brandon Ingram? Is that what the argument is? That's interesting.
I guess, and also quickly missed a good amount of time last year. I don't think
Right.
Scotty Barnes was fully healthy. Um, quickly, I forgot On the Sixers, I was one off. Just looking at my notes, I'm at 40.5, and that was strictly because I said I've got no idea. Let's just put him at 500.
Yeah, yeah.
And
That's a good idea.
and on the Raptors, I was the same actually as you, 36.5.
Oh wow.
Same.
Damn.
So feels bad. Um, I don't know. I think I like what you said before. I think they're the best of the bad teams. I think they take the Bulls' place in the play-in. That's my bold prediction.
Mm.
That's my bold going out on a limb prediction. The Bulls fall off the 10th seed. I know it's a shocker. They've owned that location the past 3 years.
Oh yeah. Hmm.
I think it's time for a new team to reign in the play-in, the 9-10 play-in in the Eastern Conference. I think that could be the Raptors, and I also think in terms of possibilities, there's a world where they end up the seventh seed, or maybe even they squeak in as the sixth seed in like the high end of their outcomes, because there is, opposed to the West, there is room for a team to make a little bit of a leap in the Eastern Conference.
Yeah, that's true.
All right,
I mean,
Josh.
their starting lineup is how
It's
many
good.
East teams in the East would you say they're, yeah, just
I
based off quality?
I think I would take them over the starting lineup. They've got to be. Oh man, it is hard because there's so many questions in the East, but they're like sixth or seventh best.
Yeah, I think so
Seems
too.
fair. Seems fair. All right, Josh. This is it. All the marbles.
Oh, this is a tough one.
It's a tough one, but compared to some of the other ones, I think the range is smaller. That helps.
Yeah,
The
yeah.
Wizards. The Wizards. Let's talk about it. I
Oh
mean,
man, they
I don't know. Take it away.
CJ McCollum for Jordan Poole. Don't know if that helps. Cam Whitmore, I think, is the one trade you and I did like for them this offseason. They've made so many moves just looking at their transaction sheet. Um, already waived Marcus Smart. Maybe Chris Middleton is next. Who knows?
Yeah.
It's tough. I mean, they won 18 games last year. I'm just gonna go with 18 and a half. Put it right there again.
Mm, I like
If you
that.
tell me it's 19 and a half, oh no.
All right. Final win prediction of the year. Wizards 20 and a half.
Okay. Yeah, that's fair. What was Brooklyn? 20 and a half too?
I think so. Let me double check. Uh,
I would be surprised if they were 19 and a half.
yeah, they're also 20 and a half.
Okay. Yeah. Yeah.
Oh, I know it's funny.
Ah.
I
Ah.
got I got this one right. I have them at 20 and a half.
Oh, nice.
And
Uh.
I had the first one we did, the Hawks, but everyone in the middle I got wrong.
Better than me though.
Yeah, but I think last time I only got one right, so in the cumulative, you got four and I got three. So you still won. You still won.
That was close. It was
It was
close.
close. I mean, the one thing I will say on the Wizards, if I had to pick a direction, I'd say under. I mean, ugh. But I do think not the same, but similar to like the Thunder from 4 years ago. I think they'll be able to cover a lot of games. I think they'll be competitive as the year goes on. But I wouldn't bet this over under this win total. I think it's a good line. But if I
Yeah.
were if I were to bet it, it would definitely be the under. 'Cause they are young. They're still really young. The two vets that they have, I guess technically they still have Corey Kispert, who's kind of a vet now.
Yeah.
Yeah. But, Chris Middleton, I don't think he's going to be bought out this summer, but I do think he will be bought out before the trade deadline. I think that's going to happen. Maybe McCollum as well, to be honest. Maybe McCollum as well. But I think look, when you send most of your team to the summer league and you go 1-3, at least that's how they started. I don't remember how their last game finished. Maybe they finished 2-3. Not a good sign.
Not a good sign.
So I think it's, listen, for the long term though, they could get another. They're in position to get a top three pick, but if it goes like last year, they're gonna end up at 5 or 6 again. So any final thoughts here, Josh, before we wrap up?
Yeah, I mean, I feel like this is a good team to take an under on. Last year, there were two teams under 20 wins. Year before, there were two teams under 20 wins. And then in 22-23, there's one team under 20 wins. So it looks like almost for the last 3 years, there's at least one team under 20. And I feel
Is
like
that
it's either this or Brooklyn, maybe both.
is that
Uh,
each conference or in the NBA?
just in the East
Okay, okay.
alone.
I was gonna say I feel very confident the Jazz are not gonna be above 20 wins.
That's a good bet. That's a good bet. But wasn't their line less than 20 or was it 20?
Yeah, yeah, it was like 17 or 18 and a half. They were,
Yeah,
I
yeah,
think they're the lowest. They're the
yeah.
lowest
Yeah,
for sure.
that's scary.
Um,
That's scary.
yeah. All right. Well, if you've stuck around and listened to us for this long, you've got to subscribe to the channel. And also, we'll be back in a week or two. We're gonna be start looking at some of these player props here because that's where we make our big money. That's where we make our big money. So don't look up for that. Subscribe to the channel, like this video, rate us on podcast, whatever it is. And until next time, peace.